I think the first problem is people think this is an eye test. They make things smaller and they try to read. And look, hey, so there's a high chance you would like to use a prompter. That's why you are here, I know. And I will give you a couple of great suggestions, recommendations, how to use them better. But first of all, if you are making video on YouTube or any other place, there's a big question that comes to mind. Should we write a text and use these prompters to read them? Or should we just feel everything and say whatever comes to mind? I think there are three options. First one being writing the whole text, whole script, and reading it through a teleprompter. Second one could be writing the text again, but remembering the parts and maybe improvising a little bit. Right now I'm doing exactly that. Sometimes I look at my screen, sorry about that, but I don't have a third teleprompter. Third one could be just improvising, but for the audience or for your audience, a more structured video could be better. They're actually pretty handy time savers, but normally they're supposed to help you connect with your viewers because you're looking at the lens. But when it doesn't look like that, when you look like to the left, to the right, etc., it feels weird. And as an audience, I don't like those kind of videos. Actually, I hate those because right now I'm improvising and this is fine. If I look this, if I think, that feels okay, that's natural. But if you're looking through the lens and sometimes your eyes go a little bit left and right, etc., that feels weird. I think the first problem is people think this is an eye test. They make things smaller and they try to read. And look, if you make things words bigger, maybe just 2 or 3 words per line, and use it like some of the apps have borders, shrink them, and have words in the middle. That way you will look at straight to the lens and you will not be reading from left to right, and that will create a more natural feeling. Similarly, the second thing is use a small teleprompter. It feels more natural. Why? If you use a big one, naturally you will have, look, this is the lens, for example. Lens will be behind it, obviously, but I'm going to show you like this. If you think that the lens is here, naturally there will be words on the left side of it or right side of it or under or above because the screen is bigger. Lens is just normal lens, photography lens anyway. But if you use this, a smaller one, and you generally put these in front of the lens itself, there's an adapter here, it will cover the whole lens. That way, wherever you look, you will be looking at the lens. I think that feels a better feeling for the audience. My third recommendation is use a controller. I said I wouldn't use these type of hand controllers, but I have something invisible. Because sometimes you need to catch the text. I wouldn't want to do that. Or sometimes you may need to slow down and pause the text, etc. You need to control it somehow. What I did was I connected this Bluetooth keyboard. I had this. I mean, if you have Xbox controller, you could use that, whatever. Some of the apps support it, some of the apps do not. I may give some links anyway. For example, the space button should play and pause the cell phone here. Also, I can roll it however I wish. I can make the speed faster and slower. There are some options here. Do you know what I do? I put this under my feet. I click the space button. It's big. You can sense it. I won't do it right now. I'm doing it with my hand. But when audiences cannot see it, you can pause it and play it again. And it will be playing in front of your eyes. So I think that's a clever way to hide and also control the prompter. So what do you think? I hope this video helped you in some way. And if you use prompters, please send your videos links in the comments below. Or if you want to ask something or say something, you can write it down. And if you like and subscribe to this video, that would be amazing. But I think it was rolling here always. See you later in another video. Bye. All right, giddy. This is something that I live by, and I always have, and I always will.
Don't ever for any reason.
Do anything to anyone for any reason ever, no matter what, no matter where or who you are with, or where you are going, or where you have been, ever, for any reason whatsoever. This is something that I live by, and I always have, and I always will. Don't ever, for any reason, do anything to anyone for any reason ever, no matter what, no matter where, or who you are with, or where you are going, or where you have been, ever, for any reason whatsoever.